Uh, hello? Hello? Hold on. Where am I? There I am. Hi guys. Another stream today. This is my last but not least stream for the Choose Wisely Festival. Hello, hello. Yes, my final stream is a night stream. I can't stream on the weekend, so I will be doing this instead. Oh, what? Message retracted. I didn't mean to retract the message. I wanted to unpin it. What the hell? No. Alright, sure. Alright, I need to update the command. Stick with me for a little bit. Guys, I need to update something. Okay, that should be good. Let's see. Yippee! Hello, Neil. Let me just pin these up in chat. Yes, alright. Let me get my introduction in and then we can head into the game. Let me introduce myself and then the game. Then show you guys. I'm a little low energy today because it's two streams in one day. Alright. Hello, my name is Mori Motchi. I am the interdimensional lost dog who loves drawing and framing people for the crimes that I commit. How are you guys tonight? Hope you have a happy stream and get that well-needed rest. Thank you, Neil. Yes, this is the last game we will be checking out for the Choose Wisely Festival. And then on Monday we will be doing a wrap-up stream where I will just be like looking back on all the stuff that I did for this week while I draw fan art of the games that I played. So look forward to that if you want to see me do one of my famous art streams. Today we are playing Spill the Beans, a reverse detective game where you are the culprit and you have to frame someone else. You need to be able to successfully put the blame on someone else. You see, I'm losing out on words now because I don't know. I'm running on fumes. I'll be a little low volume tonight because it is nighttime, so I don't want to disturb the neighbors or anyone else in the house. But yeah, my mom's forcing me to sleep. That's fine, Jester. Go sleep. Go sleep. You can catch the VOD later. Oh, am I on DVR? God damn. Please refresh your page. If you're watching on YouTube, please refresh your page because I had to disable DVR. See that? I am really, truly running on fumes. But that's not gonna stop me from enjoying this game. So hi. Oh, hi. How are you guys? Whoever's still in chat. Let's start the new game. Oh, right. I need to lower the volume because I had increased it earlier for the loading screen, but now we need to do that. Alright. Let's go and start a new game. You've done it. Against all odds, you managed to pull off the heist. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe. Oh, that's what it meant. As its power pulses through your body, your heart aches. Your breath flutters, mere echoes of what was taken from you. What will soon be yours again. We're... Is it... Are we stealing back a recipe? Is that what we're doing? But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in this cafe. The ones you're about to drag into a complicated criminal mess. You can only blame the scroll's influence for such inconvenient sympathies. If they were in your position, they'd do the same, wouldn't they? They'd know that after everything you'd been through, this was the only option left. Hail and well met from Artifice Bureau of Tourism. Artifice! People say that Artifice County is the most magical place there is. Yes, Artifice, where 100 years ago, the world of spirits cracked the earth and spilled over to ours. Oh, so it's a spirit city. And that explains the talking cat, I guess. But now the spirits work 9 to 5s. Arcane powers. Fuels cars and charges phones. This county, once the cradle of magic, has become as mundane as any other. And an unmagical human like yourself, among shape-shifting sirens, carbon fiber constructs, and wizards, you're exceptional. Exceptionally dull, and exceptionally underestimated. Wait a minute. Did they swap brains or something? This guy in the corner right here. No matter how much you tried to fit in, to love this place and all its wonders, it never reciprocated. All it did was take. All it left you with was emptiness. So why not take something back? Steal everything the county denied from you, fill that gnawing emptiness, then leave it behind forever. The perfect heist. Luckily, you knew what you need and exactly where to find it. The Familiar, a downtown cafe, noteworthy only for its secret recipe, locked tight in a back room, and conveniently enough, they're hiring. So desperately that they aren't asking for experience or background checks. Oh, the... yes. Surely they're not asking for 5 years of experience for a cafe. All that's left is to put together an application. Not that anything you say on it really matters. It rarely does. Oh, you can customize yourself? Whoa! Self-affirmation exercise. How do people see you? Try to be honest. My name is blank. Let's say Mori. Surname. Let's think of a surname because we need a cover. Mori. Motchi. No. Moribochi. No. Bocchi. As in Bocchi the Rock. I am a cerebral thrill seeker ship captain wizard. Cerebral underdog who loves coffee, who loves money. Long walks on the beach, destroying my enemies. Justice, doing the work, a job well done. Who loves long walks on the beach, destroying my enemies. Let's see. No, not cerebral. I don't have the brain cells for that. What's loquacious? I know how to pronounce it, but what does that mean? Did I pronounce it even properly? Erstwhile. No. Why am I taking so long to answer this? Sure, cerebral. Soft skills. Don't ask the illiterate. Okay. Sure. You have the Google internet at your fingertips right now. Please give me the answer. You could be so cool right now and tell me that you know what it means by Googling it and telling me the meaning, but no, you're bogging yourself down. Why? You're bogging yourself down like this. Why? Soft skills. Passable confident. Passable confident. I'm stupid, goddamn. Have I truly made your self-esteem go rock bottom? No. Don't call yourself stupid like that, man. Operate on delusion. Call yourself a genius. You're smart. You're amazing. You're incredible. Experience coordinator. I'm not very coordinated myself. Master problem solver. Grandmaster problem solver. God of elocutionary arts. Mind-boggling understander. Please. Surprisingly okay snack fetcher. Team player. Please. We keep it as they them. Pick a hairstyle. Go with this one. Then where's the pink? Where's the pink? Pink. Oh, that's too much of a pink. Light pink, please. Oh my god. Red. Oh, well, that's the closest we can get. Alright. My name is Moribochi. Oh, them? They're always sitting by themselves. Their face is hard to read, but that smile of theirs is unique. They sure are. They sure is a mystery. What? Is this intentional? Oh, it's because of the pronoun. I see. I think it's a bug. Yeah. Oh, bug alert. Alright. Done. That's our application sent in. Did you unconsciously make a BL character? No. Superfooder. No. Why would you think that? What? Huh? No! What the? Oh my god. I think it's because I accidentally scrolled up. God, I have to redo it. No! Alright. Cerebral underdog who loves destroying my enemies. I am a passable confidant. Experience possible sidekick, probable minion. Experience coordinator. Please. Other? Oh, you can... Oh, you can have specific pronouns for specific, what's it called? Specific use cases? You can customize it. Ooh, that's pretty good actually. Hello, Caleb! Hi guys, I'm back. Welcome back. Were you here? Done. Wait, did I even adjust my... I didn't adjust my character. God damn it. I forgot to adjust my character. No. No way. Even though this doesn't really matter, maybe it will eventually. There. Mori. Motchi. There. This is a fake name. This is a fake name. Done. Can I actually play the game? A few days later, you're face to face with the familiar. While its neighbors are all dust and drywall, its facade seems unbroken, even if the varnish is peeling at the edges. For a moment, nothing, and then you spot a silhouette in the window, who flicks its neon sign to open before waving you over. You cross the street, repeating the details of your plan. You need to get in, get out, and for the smoothest possible getaway, try to find someone else to take the blame. But can you really do all those things without running into any complications? You've already reached the front door, you can hardly turn back now. The cafe laid bare before you is almost indistinguishable from the scant images you found online. Mismatched chairs and royalty-free wall art, well kept but worn down. You don't get long to take it all in. A construct towering over 2 meters tall stops wiping down the counter and turns to greet you. Oh, you must be Mori. Great to finally meet you. Sorry, terribly rude of me not to meet you at the door. As she strides over you, you realize how old her vessel must be to have no custom limbs or decals. Just worn gray stone, flowering moss, and that tiny blue bird nested on her shoulder. Oh, she? I'm Sloan, from the emails. Lovely to have you on board. Did you get here alright? I saw your address was uptown and I know we're a wee bit out of the way. Before you get a chance to reply, she already yanked you into a crushing two-handed shake. For a moment you worry that she might have pulled your arm from its socket. Actually, I shouldn't get chatting just yet. Today's schedule is pretty packed. What with your induction, and I barely found time to fix breakfast for Adam. Oh, hang on. This is Adam. Adam, say hello to Mori. They're your new co-worker, so be polite. Aww. Adam's usually my only company out front, but since it'll be nice to have you too. Adam's usually my only company out front, so it'll be nice to have you too. I mean, I love this job, I really do. But after 6 years of working the floor by myself, starting at 5 every day. Not that you have to come in that early, of course. We're only meant to start at 8, but it pays off. It does. As Sloan trails off, you have a chance to put your plan in motion. Atom. What have I been saying? I said Adam. An atom. Are you hearing Adam? No, it's Adam. Atom. You've spent a long time figuring out other people's so-called feelings and just how easy they are to manipulate. Good God, what are we? Master manipulator. If someone's in a good mood, they'll probably think better of you and suspect you less. Then again, if you make someone upset, they might make for an easier scapegoat under pressure. But what's best for Sloan? Better make that first impression count. I don't want to be mean to Sloan. Worry? Oh, I've worried you with that 5 a.m. thing, haven't I? Just want to stress that you don't have to do that. Honest. Wow. Decreases mood to make her more prone to breaking under pressure. Oh. Those extra hours must be worth it. This place is spotless. To make her a more amenable ally. I would not want to be an enemy to Sloan. I don't want that. Aw, that's sweet of you. I try to bring the best out of the old familiar. Good to know other people actually notice. The light flickers overhead before Sloan can finish her sentence. Oh, sorry, I thought that was fixed. Should call the electromancer once I get a free moment. Anyway, packed schedule. I've got pastries in the oven, then a delivery after. Go on, let's get you in uniform. If we're quick, I can show you how our recipe works before any customers arrive. Will there be a coffee making minigame? I would love that. Sloan strides through the doorway behind the counter. I'm not expecting it in the demo though. I'm fine with just the whole frame somebody mechanic. Beckoning you into the kitchen beyond, it takes 3 steps to match just one of hers. Oh. The kitchen, built from cold metal and right angles, is warm with the smell of apricots. Ooh! You breathe it in while Sloane roots through a nearby cabinet before suddenly sighing. I'll say this now, sorry about the fit. She hands you an apron like her own, exactly like her own actually, in that it's far too big for you. It's bound to slow you down and make you look utterly ridiculous. Everyone should be here tomorrow. I hope it's alright in the meantime. I hope this is alright in the meantime. You're liable to trip over that thing. If that apron is as big as Sloane, if anything, it's amusing. Can I skip the uniform if it's just for today? You always look ridiculous. God damn. Mods ban that guy. Mods ban that guy. No, I don't have my mod here. He's at the wedding. He's at a wedding, guys. I don't have my mod. Oh my god. I'm gonna skip the uniform. Quick save. Did I skip the uniform? You're not stealing anything in something so unwieldy. Oh, sure. Do take a name tag at least, just so everyone knows you're actually supposed to work here. As you pin your name tag onto your unaproned self, Sloane smiles. It's a stretched, strained smile that pulls her whole face taut. Look, I'm sure not everything you've heard about this place has been grand, but once you put in a little elbow grease, she really shines. And I've got a lot of elbow grease. L? Why do I have to take it? I don't want to take the L. I don't want to take the L. I just wanted to say that you wouldn't be here if I didn't think you had the same drive. Your application told me that much. No, you don't. I wrote cerebral underdog who likes destroying my enemies. And I had soft skills. I wrote in please. It did say please though, didn't it? I knew that was a mistake, so I ignored it. Do change that in the next draft, please. But at the end of the day, those are just words. Your experience was what really settled in. I mean, it must have been quite a privilege to work for... Sloane is cut short by a buzz from her phone. Ah, pastries! Why don't you pop into the office while I grab those? Fred, your manager, I should say, ought to be ready. Big gray door on your right, best of luck. You take 5, no 6 steps towards the office. A hiss of heat escaping the oven behind you. Beyond lies Fred, the owner, the one from the newspaper, the one whose recipe you're here for. A cat lives in here. You ease the door open, but no one greets you. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the colossal metal safe that occupies a quarter of the room. Just a few steps away, that's where the Krabby Patty secret formula is in. You knew the recipe was protected, but not like this. The safe looks like it was taken from the set of a heist movie. It should be locking up golden bars instead of, what, a recipe for coffee? But as you run a hand across its surface, wondering just how you're going to crack it open, there's a nearby rustle. You snap upright with a bolt of unbitten adrenaline. This is a tired-ass cat. Like a dragon emerging from its hoard, a tiny golden-eyed tuxedo cat rouses from a pet bed on top of the safe. He blinks, stickily, then suddenly glares at you, fur on end, eyes aglow. Don't touch my shit. Holy... He spits the words at you like darts, light crackling through his panicked eyes. The air in the room starts getting heavier, as if brewing into a thundercloud. Who sent you? If you think you're going to best me in my own domain, then wait, you're the new hire, aren't you? Quick as a power cut, the light in his eyes blinks out, and the pressure lifts with it. The cat sighs, leaping smoothly from the safe to the desk. Another cat on stream? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Can't have you being speciest on my chat. No. Sorry, that was unprofessional of me. I'm Fred. Welcome to the familiar. Good to have you on board. Well, given the terrifying magic and the talking, he's not a cat. He's a demon bound to the form of a beast. A familiar, in other words. That's the last time I'm pulling an all-nighter on admin. You're lucky to still be young, human. Because after the first century, things get... Someone wanted you onboarded, right? We have one main rule. Do everything you can to show the economist types this place isn't a bad idea. Last stream there was one, the other day. Oh! You mean Yell, the cat in liver. I like put an emphasis on the R whenever I pronounce liver, but maybe it's liver. There's a accent to it. I will stick with liver. You bozo, looks like a cat to me. Me? No. No way, no way. No way. No way. No way. No way. More than fire safety drills, we need drive and spite. So that's what I expect from you, are we clear? God damn. Didn't you expect I'd be here today? Crystal clear, boss. Do we want to be friends with a cat? Not you, the demon? Oh. You know, I always assume you're trying to roast me. I know you hate me. That's why you keep watching me, you know? You need that rest. Let's be friends with the cat, with the demon cat. That's what I like to hear. So long as we're on the same page, you and I will get on just fine. We aren't a happy little family here. We're just hard workers. This isn't going to work if you aren't prepared to work just as hard as me and Sloan. As if on cue, Sloan enters the office, a kettle of boiling water in one hand and a packet of coffee in the other. She starts mixing the two in a mug on Fred's desk. Morning, Fred. Everything alright in here? Thought I heard a bit of shouting. Oh, no. It's all fine. I've just been giving, Fred quickly squints at your name tag. Giving Mori the lowdown on the familiar. Our history, what we do, and all that good stuff. Not really. Sloan gazes at Fred, tracing the tiredness in his eyes. Her smile dims a little. Oh, that's nice. I can join you now if you'd like. We can go over the finer details together. If you've got time, by all means. With firm movements, Sloan puts the kettle down and closes the door behind her. Fred's eyes lock onto your name tag again as he reads it under his breath. So, Mori, let's get down to business. We're open 8 to 5 most days, but your shift goes 30 minutes longer at the end for closing. Anything after that is overtime. I can give you the forms. Aprons go on the hooks in the kitchen. If anything gets spilled on it, don't be afraid to excuse yourself and replace it as soon as you can. Oh, and if you are going to excuse yourself, down it goes. Sloan and Fred don't speak to you as two different people, but as two halves of one business. Efficient, organized, and trusting one another as best they can. Aww. And that should be most of it. I'll be with you at the counter for your training, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. She gets cut off again by her phone. Oh, excuse me, Dave! Hey, Sloan. Just unloading the van out back, so there's your heads up. Thanks, Dave. I'll be right there. And I should be off. I need to give my signature for the deliveries. Thanks again, Fred. Hello, Quinn Kai. Hello. Person, why are you streaming at 6 a.m.? I am not. I am streaming at 10 a.m. No. Not 10 a.m. 10:43 a.m. I am... Not a.m. I'm streaming at 10:43 p.m. I am doing a night stream. You are just in a different time zone. You're just in a different time zone. I'm actually pulling an all-nighter here. Also, anyone who's watching on TV, hi, I can see you in my statistics. You are 5% of my viewership. Why are you watching on TV? Why are you watching on TV? Watching stuff until 12 a.m. God damn. Oh, Mori, before you join her, I'm sure you've heard about our recipe. Must be dying to learn what makes the Familiar's coffee so irresistible. But it's not so much a set of instructions as it is... Well, I won't get too arcane with you. It's more of a background thing, like the internet. You use that, right? Point being, even if you don't see it, it'll still be working its magic back here. In a drill-proof, bomb-proof 6-gauge safe which only me and Sloan can open. Also, I cursed it. What the hell, bro? Great an opportunity for Fred to act suspiciously in front of the other. Do we frame Fred? Should we frame Fred? Already hearing random clock noises. Oh no. The clock is ticking. Increase Fred's suspicion of Sloan. Oh, Sloan offered to show me the recipe earlier. Oh. I wanna... So, of all the characters that I've seen in the Steam page, I want in the screenshots, I want to frame the skeleton guy. Yes, frame. Why would we want to frame the cat? What if he becomes a cat boy? Nil, you gotta consider, this is a demon stuck in beast form. What if I could turn him into a cat boy? Would you still want to frame the cat boy? Would you still want to frame the cat boy? Increase Fred's mood to make him a more amenable ally. Create an opportunity for Fred to act suspiciously in front of others. Fred's protected against teleport-based attacks too, of course. Up to you, I can't. Third. I have convinced you. Yippee! I get it, you've got to protect what's yours. Ally to the cat boy. It's probably wise to stay in Fred's good books, but at some point you'll need someone else to take the blame for your crime. Exactly, all our livelihoods depend on that recipe. Its safety is our safety, so I protect it the way I'd protect anyone, with half a centimeter of enchanted steel. He looks back at the veritable vault behind him, as if checking that it's still there. Can never be too careful with these things, especially in this economy. I mean, wasn't it just last week that Raphael Hendricks wrote off his beauty store chain? It's inspirational how these CEOs act. Expanding isn't easy. I mean, ideally we'd have an accountant, a consultant, another chef, but we've got you. You're one hell of a good start. Especially with our regulars. You'll meet them soon enough. You should catch up with Sloan. Anything you need, I'll be back here. Going over these papers. As you leave the office, Fred paws a single sheet of paper from the files on his desk. Even upside down, you recognize it as your CV. Sure. They just need anyone here. Oh, it's only Sloan here? God damn. And then Fred, the manager. Not a moment after you enter the kitchen, someone waves at you from the back door. Oh! In the doorway next to Sloan is a uniformed carrier, a human just as unremarkable as you. A precarious stack of cardboard boxes wobbles threateningly behind you. Say, you're Mori, aren't you? Sloan's just telling me about you. All good things, I promise. Mostly good. Dave gives Sloan a package and gives you a conspiratorial eyebrow waggle. What? He pauses to take a long breath inward through his nose. Oh, is that apricot? So you did go for the new recipe. Fred must have taken some convincing. Oh, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how they sell first. Hey, if I come by once I'm off work, that's one customer right there. Guaranteed. Sloan breaks away to put each package in its right place. Dave looks at you, eyes glistening. Hey, Mori! Have a good first day, yeah? We can frame? Who cares? He'll be gone soon anyway. No, don't. He's just the delivery rider. Why would you be mean to him? Thanks, I will. Give him a bright start to the day, I guess. Our character's an asshole. Well, they are here to steal the recipe. I mean, they wouldn't care. He might not be here for it, but if all goes well, today's going to be good. That's the spirit. Any more for me, Dave? Just a couple bigger things, but I'll grab those this time. Don't let me interrupt your induction. Are you sure? I can carry. I'll catch you later for that pastry, yeah? Dave walks away whistling, his footsteps gradually going quiet in the alley. Frame. No, we can't even. He's gone. He isn't even part of the frameable people. Mori, I am so sorry about Fred. I know he must have overslept today. That's on me. No, don't blame yourself. Fred chose to do an all-nighter on admin. You notice her hands are balled into fists. One so tight that even the stones start to buckle. I just wanted your first day to be easy, but oh well. Let's just get you behind the counter, shall we? There won't be time to take you through all the machines, so let's just fill the drip maker. I keep the house roast down here. She She effortlessly pulls open a burlap sack of beans. The beans! Scooping them into the grinder. As you pulverize them, me and the boys out at 6 a.m. looking for beans. 3 a.m. What's that mean? Me and the boys out at 3 a.m. looking for beans. As you pulverize them, the aroma of coffee fills your lungs like a cloud of bitter smoke. Today's been all over the shop, hasn't it? We should get a wee moment to breathe now. Only one customer comes in this early and they don't do Mondays. I'll introduce you tomorrow. Sloane smiles, the stone wrinkling around her eyes, and it dawns on you. This is beginning to feel like a real job. Just as you finish that thought, the front door swings wide open and your first customer skips inside. Ooh. Pink strawberry vampire? You spot at least 4 shades of pink in their outfit. Pink fingernails, pink sun hat, lipstick, backpack. That dress must be bespoke too. Pricey, oh my god, tailor fit. Effortlessly, Mori, effortlessly. Hey man, I'm running on fumes, don't. As they draw close, though, you spot pointed fangs in their cheery smile and deep red eyes behind their tinted glasses. A vampire. Good morning, Sloane. I spoke too soon. Morning, before you order. This is Mori, our new barista. So you're finally upscaling. You know, I saw some prime real estate going for cheap on Moonbow. If expansion's on your mind, slow down, we're not taking over the industry just yet. The vampire looks as if they have more to say. Words bubbling just beneath the surface, but settles on a pout. Mori, I'm Jessie, with an IE. Jessie's eyes swivel to you with abundant curiosity. If you're not in uniform, is this your trial period? Should I be giving feedback on your drinks? All criticism will be constructive, I promise. Oh no, it's nothing like that, just a supply chain issue. What'll it be this time, Jessie? A hot chocolate, please, and I'll have it with... whipped cream, nutmeg, caramel, marshmallows. Wait, will that fit? Marshmallows, then... whipped cream, then caramel, and the rest. Oh, but what if I got cookies too? Give me one with everything. And 2 chocolate chip cookies, please. Sloane's already off to one side, rifling through her arsenal of ingredients. Meanwhile, Jessie brandishes a pink, bat-styled mug from their backpack. Oh, you brought your own mug? Alright, she's hardcore, placing it on the counter as their eyes flick back to you. Even if Sloane and Fred aren't aiming for world domination yet, you're still on the front line of their expansion plans. They're investing a lot of trust in you. So tell me, do you feel like a good investment? How far are you willing to go to succeed? Oh my gosh, she's doing the job interview. We only passed our CV and then we got the job, but no, she's doing the interview. Hold on, let me take a little sip. Just the job, really? Do we frame the pink vampire? Frame? I'd do anything? Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, first impression? Could we First impression, we get them on their good side, but then we just make them break under pressure. Come on, be realistic here. What do you mean? I ain't doing shit. Alright, alright. Quick save. The vampire peers deep into your eyes as if making out something in the distance. I see. That's all I wanted to know. Aww, I feel bad. She really likes this cafe. Oh, Jesse, what brings you here on this lovely Monday morning? Are you trying out a new schedule? Oh no, I'm meeting the board in person after this. I could use the energy boost. Ah, for your infamous internship. How is your family treating you then? The same way they treat everybody. If I could afford it, I'd be here to help the familiar instead. But then Fred's just like everyone else. He sees my last name is Hendrix and thinks I'm some sorcerous corporate spy out to suck the proverbial blood from his business. Oh, she's a Hendrix. We could frame her. We always have the save. Yeah, we always have the save. We could frame the Hendrixes. Of course, the Hendrixes. Rich, powerful, and most troublingly for you, magically talented. Jesse looks at you, anticipating your judgment with a flat smile. Great an opportunity for Jesse to act suspiciously in front of others. Called your father cashing out on a failed business inspirational. Increased Jesse's suspicion of Fred. Far too fashionable to be a spy. Alright. Fred did say he was looking for a consultant. He did? I didn't think he'd have the prudence to. Well, if he's looking, maybe I could spare a few minutes before I go. Try not to let your family get you down, Jesse. You'll get your chance to prove yourself someday. Well, if all goes according to plan, that chance should come today, fingers crossed. Sloane passes Jesse's now full mug across the counter. By some miracle of physics, it hasn't spilled over yet. Maybe this was... Oh. The screen shook. Maybe this was a bit ambitious. But if I use a cookie to scoop up the cream and let the marshmallows melt, I can finish it in 30 minutes? I should go. Thank you, Sloane. Mori. Oh, I'll see you later. She referred to us with such contempt. Jesse swipes their card and then their mug. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. What's Jesse's... Is Jesse's pronouns they, them? They're describing it as increase Jesse's mood to make them a more amenable ally. Maybe it's they, them. Sure. Jesse swipe. Okay, their card, then their mug, making a beeline for a booth seat before the payment even goes through. They assemble their workstation in mere seconds. A sheaf of papers, a stack of textbooks, and a predictably pink laptop. The mug stands vigilantly at a safe distance. Jessie was a surprise, but at least they're a nice one. I'm just grateful they didn't come in at the same time as... Oh! Before she can finish, the front door swings open and a siren rolls into the room. She has a wheelchair because she doesn't have legs. Oh my gosh. She's wearing a sleeveless orange turtleneck, a magnolia-covered jacket that's relaxing on her shoulders, and a perfectly photogenic smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. What was that? Whoa! Take me to dinner first. Whoa! Hello, the familiar. It's a perfect day for my long overdue review, don't you think? You'll have to forgive me. I came straight here from my morning swim. I must look a mess. Oh, this is an influencer. She runs one hand through a ribbon of glossy pale hair, parted by an immaculate side cut, and raises a smartphone with the other, flourishing it like a paper fan. Don't worry, Mori, I'll handle this. Jessie shrinks. Oh, she's... The siren has her... she has her phone like 3 inches from her face. Jessie shrinks back, arranging their books into a makeshift wall. It seems to work. The siren glides over towards the counter, not noticing them at all. Now, Sloane, I know you very well, of course, but for the benefit of both of me and my adoring fans, who is this? Oh, I didn't know you'd be coming this is... But the siren's already staring at your name tag, trying to preempt Sloane's introduction. So that's how you spell... Mori! Enchante! I'm Alexandra Argyros. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Argyros? You don't happen to have a Grimoire account, do you, Mori? I'd love to give you proper credit in my post. Credit? How about a drink first, before anything goes on that internet page of yours? Quite right, Sloane. I'm getting ahead of myself. Could I have... She clears her throat and straightens her back. A blue sea salt caramel frappe... A blue sea salt caramel frappe with soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top, plus a little of that raspberry chocolate powder you would... I can't read that fast! 2 lives in one day. This is a rare thing. Enjoy it. This is a rare thing, everybody. Enjoy it. A blue sea salt caramel frappe with soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top, plus a little of that raspberry chocolate powder you have would be lovely. Thank you so much. I should have everything. Let me check the back first. Mori, could you grab a plastic cup for that? Lids are on the bottom left cupboard. Wait, do you have any of those little fish cookie? Oh, she's gone. In the silence, Alexandra's smile slides off her face. She sighs sharply through her nose. Hello, Alex. Are you alright? I know that whole song and dance can be quite overwhelming if you aren't prepared. But then you don't know who I am anyway, do you? Decrease Alexandra's mood to make her more prone to breaking under pressure. Oh no, of course I've heard of you? Huh? That's disappointing to her? I've never heard of you, sorry. Whoa, frame? You want me to frame the siren? I was trying to frame the skeleton guy. Well, let's I don't wanna frame anybody though. This is terrible. I'm too I'm too much of a coward to make anyone take the fall for me. Oh no, of course I've heard of you. Oh, of course you have. Always happy to meet my fans, but don't bother being polite. I can tell you I don't have any idea who I am. I can tell you don't have any idea who I am. Do you... I don't know what this means. Does she think we are her fan, or does she think we don't know her and we're lying? You don't have no cowboy excuses here. Sloane returns, hands full of yet more ingredients. You hand her a cup and she starts filling it with dubiously blue syrup. Should I expect your fans to start ordering these frappes in the hundreds? I'm not sure they're on theme anymore. Oh, nothing so drastic. She has the Ojo-sama laugh. It'll just make a pretty picture to draw in the crowds. The algorithms will eat it up. Alexandra plucks the card reader from the counter with a sly smile, passes her phone across it, and hands it back with a wink. There is a 30% tip attached. Holy moly. You know better than me about that social media stuff. Sloane, trust me, you've got a wonderful, marketable place here. What's not to love? Those donuts? Those menus? Alex turns around to gesture at the cafe, and her eyes finally land on Jessie. Her voice freezes in her throat. Jess? Eek! Oh no, Jessie. Alex! Why did you pick today of all days to come in? Well, you might have known if you followed me on Grim. Forget it. Do you... She's crying. Sloane puts the finished frappe to one side, pushing past you to tend to the transformed Jessie. Alexandra squeaks a little closer to you. What an unfortunate coincidence. Well, let's both make sure it doesn't distract us from the task at hand, She plucks the frappe from the counter. You're not sure how anything that color would taste any better than tolerable. I know when I'm not wanted. I'll just snap a few photos, then be on my merry way. The lighting's not ideal, but I can fix it in post. So Jessie really didn't know you were coming, but they seemed so organized. Huh. I don't know what's going on between you two, but I'm sorry. Oh. Let's make her act more suspiciously in front of others. Or make her suspect Jessie. Well, we did make Jessie act more suspiciously, so... Sure. Oh, so there it is. Oh, so there is. I'll fiddle with it once I've got the post written up. We both want to show the familiar in the best possible light, don't we? With a final smile, Alexandra takes her drink to the cafe's centermost table, posing it like an art exhibit. Ayana, hello! Viper glitch? Hello, welcome in. We're playing the Spill the Beans demo. This is a reverse detective game where you're the one committing the crime and you have to frame someone else and take the fall for you. Whoa! Wrong move. Okay. Posing it like an art exhibit. Jessie, still a bat, keeps staring at her, but she doesn't look back. With an exhausted puff of smoke, Jessie returns to her to their original form and slumps into their seat, eyes wandering to the crescent moon bracelet on their wrist. Sloane returns after confirming they're okay. Sorry, I didn't think... Yeah, both of them at once can be a wee bit complicated. They used to date? Did they used to date? She's cut off by the sound of a motorbike revving down outside, heralding the arrival of your third customer. There he is! We gotta frame this guy! This is the guy I chose to frame. This person is a first even for you. Someone whose body lacks everything but a skull. You don't know any kind of magic that can make that work. Skinless, fleshless, sigilless. Although he does have hair. Which you're pretty sure isn't a type of bone. A stiff, dark brown pompadour that props up a pair of sunglasses. Grudge? Oh no. Grudge, hey! How's it going? I feel like I've barely seen you since ArtCon. Oh, they just walks past them. Huh? Wait, hold on, they look cool as fuck. And this is the one you want to befriend? God damn, I wanted to frame him. He reaches the counter undeterred. You're waiting for Sloane to address him like the others, but she's just staring, locked in place. So you're the new barista. Good job on making it this far. Makes you one of the best, don't it? Ain't just the coffee you brew, it's your resolve. Can we take your order? Yeah, resolve. Well, let me tell you, I know your type. I know you're up to something. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. Sloane, I would like to order. Thank you kindly. Let's put up your new barista to the test. I'll have a coffee. A black coffee. Yeah, we're framing this guy. From the pot. Doesn't have to be... Yeah. I think we might... Sloane's eyes bounce between his skull and the coffee pot on the counter. Mori, why don't you handle this one? It'll be good for your training. What's up, Sloane? Seems like she isn't going to budge. You grab a copy and start pouring. Wait, what's their name? Mori? Okay, I think I got it. Mori! So that's to be the name of my nemesis. I'm Grudge Knuckles. And you'd best remember it. His name is Grudge Knuckles? Holy moly! Even if Frederick gave you this job instead of me, there's bound to be cracks in your meticulous facade. Oh my god! Was he also another applicant? Is he also another applicant? It's cool as No, we got the job before him. We got the job instead of him. Your coffee making halts at this revelation. He had a whole rant prepared just because you got this job. With an application like that? You're making it obvious why they didn't pick you. No! No, you caught me. This is all a ruse. No, you're making it obvious why they didn't pick you. Ah, hitting me right on my non-existent heart. You're gonna make a fine nemesis, that's for sure. Much as it pains me, physically. You present the now full cup to Grudge. He daintily drops in a sugar cube, then stirs the coffee with a bone-like spoon, which he apparently just had loose in one of his pockets. I mean, who wouldn't have a spare spoon in their pocket, you know? Eh, nice try, Mori. But I know coffee when I see it, so there's no way this... He put it to his jawbone and takes a delicate sip. How is that possible? The liquid seems to vanish as soon as it enters his mouth. Okay, hold on. I think we need the reverb for this because they're making us listen to his thoughts. And you know what I do whenever it's thoughts time. Damn it. It's just like usual. How'd they get it right so quick? So bitter, yet so energizing. Fine, I'll hand it to you, Mori. Looks like you're real lucky. That's a decent cup of coffee. But beware, I'm watching you. He takes the cup and spins dramatically away from the counter. It's then that he finally spots Jessie. Jessie! Grudge! They immediately hug. It's so good to see ya. Why didn't you pipe up earlier? I was waiting for you to finish. That sounded quite personal. Grudge, are you sure that was a good idea? Oh yeah, you heard that. Oh yeah, you heard that. Sorry, was just a personal... Yeah, it doesn't matter. What's your job? How's your job going? I could tell you, but I could tell you, but I've not got long. Are you sure you don't want something with your coffee? Sloane's made some great cookies today, and I'd be happy to buy... Oh no. Shouldn't give my nemesis the satisfaction, not after walking away all conclusively like I just did. But you haven't even paid yet. I admire your candor, but are you sure Mori's your nemesis and not Fred? Ugh, Fred's a real villain, that's true. But a nemesis, that's different. Gotta be personal. And then Alex is just right there. On her phone. But you don't know who Mori is yet. Maybe start with a rivalry. As practice. A rival, eh? Hold on. Having a lovely time at... No, I've used lovely last time. They'll think that's insincere. What if I... Oh, almost forgot. Alex, how you doing? All good over there? Grudgy, I didn't see you come in. What a coincidence to run into both you and Jess today. Well, it's funny you're here, actually. There was something I wanted to... Tap. I'll just talk to you later. You too, Jess, if you're busy. Sorry, I should pay for this. Aw, feels alienating. Perfect candidate for framing my crime on. Grudge sheepishly returns to the counter, hands fishing through his jacket pockets for some loose coins. You look so sad, though. Well, I'm back. Got too caught in the whole confrontation to give ya your money, even if most of it's going straight into Fred's pockets. Ugh. I'll say this, I'm practically a coffee detective, and I'm detecting something's odd about you. So long as I come here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what. Don't frame him. Boo, don't frame him. What do you mean? You think I'm suspicious? Well, wait till you see what Fred's up to. We're framing this guy even though I feel bad. Are you perhaps goading me into a trap? You're making for a fitting nemesis, but I'll figure out what he's doing unscathed. Without another word, he perches on a stool by one of the cafe's front windows. Over his shoulder, Alexandra and Jessie swap looks of confused concern. Good job, Mori. Now would be a good moment to put his purchase into the register. As she's halfway through showing you how to work the cash register, you turn to see Fred jump up onto the counter next to you. How's it going out there? No need to panic. This isn't a performance review. Just checking things are. He surveys the regulars in the cafe with no small amount of scorn. Sloan, why don't you come with me for a moment? Been meaning to have a chat. But we still need to... She looks forlornly at the pile of coins Grudge left. Even at a glance, you can tell it covers the price of the drink and then some. This might be your last chance to sow suspicions before you execute your plan. Better choose wisely. Oh. The till's out of paper notes. Could you grab some more? Is Grudge usually like that? I'll deal with this. Take 5, Sloan. Increase Sloan's suspicion of Grudge. Not that I've seen. I mean, I don't know him as well as the other two, but the way he talked, well, it'd be surprising to hear from anyone. As silence returned to the room, so too does your opportunity, but you can't help but overhear Fred and Sloane's hushed conversation in the kitchen. I'm just saying, if our best regulars keep bringing their drama here, no one else is gonna want to stay. Man, our regulars have problems. With a sigh, Sloane leans against the kitchen island, the full weight of this morning's events seeming to suddenly sit on her shoulder. They're good, reliable customers. And sure, things have been tricky, but we've got Mori now. With a little hard work, we can turn this around. Besides, aren't there enough names on your board of bands already? What do you mean? What do you mean? Let's not add any more while we're going through a rough patch. She side-eyes a corkboard near the walk-in fridge. There must be at least 24 names on there, each marked with a reason for ban in vindictive felt tip. As she does, you notice Grudge sliding up to the counter, trying subtly to peer inside the kitchen. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Posture check. And the bunk! What the hell, man? I know, you're right. It's just, we don't exactly have a recipe for success, do we? Aww. I did want to talk about a recipe, actually. You know, since we've got a new hire and... Can we just deal with one thing at a time? First priority is cutting down costs. Now, I noticed the price of algae extract for that blue drink got hiked up, and I figured... Algae extract? Fred's... Why would you want algae extract? Fred's eyes finally land on the still snooping Grudge to freeze before Grudge slowly backs away. No way! Oops. Oops. Busted. Gotta go. Aren't content making trouble for me from afar, huh? Go away. Huh? Who was that? 3 guesses. If that punk wants trouble, I'll give it to him. Wait here, Sloane. What are you doing now, Fred? A sudden knock on the back door stops her from following after Fred. Oh, Dave's back. Let's deal with that first, one thing at a time. As Fred prowls out of the kitchen, Grudge turns to you with a scowl on his skull. God damn it, they just say that thing earlier just so Fred would shout at me. That's a low blow even for you. And I'll find out what he's really doing soon enough. Fred stalks Grudge like prey as he leaves the kitchen. I still can't get over that. That's realistic skull. It reminded me of Skullface Bookseller. I don't remember the exact name. Skullface Bookseller Honda-san? I think that was it. Oh no, not a tangent. Skullface Bookseller. Honda-san. Yeah, it is Honda-san. I love that anime. It reminded me, the realistic skull depiction reminded me of him. Jumping onto a nearby table and muttering to himself. Irregulars. It's gonna be a long climb from here to anything stable. While Fred's presence draws a little attention, you start rifling through your bag, making sure you can take any opportunity to launch the heist. Fred's ruminations are cut short by Jesse, who approaches him with a thick stack of papers. Hello, Frederick. Rumor is you're expanding the familiar. Very exciting. I'd love to get on board, and I've had thoughts on how to optimize drink prices. Oh, Jezebel. That's kind of you. But we're taking expansion slow and steady. You know the pitfalls we could fall into pretty well, don't you? Frederick, I'm being serious here. You and Sloan have seen the contracts I've drawn up. And given your situation, you shouldn't be turning anyone away. At this point, Grudge takes notice of this conversation, silently shaking his head. Look, Jezebel, if you've already got contracts for me to sign, you've got the wrong idea about working with me. Thought you would have learned that after last time. Oh, never mind then. Oh! No! Jesse's face crumples. They walk away, clearly dejected. Grudge rushes to comfort them, Skeletal hand to shoulder. What's he doing out here? It looks like he's just contemplating. Whether he should kick me out for good this time? Is he whispering? Whether he should kick me out for good this time? If you lived as long as him, I'm sure you'd have plenty to regret. Right, who's messing with the lights? You turn to spot Alexandra fiddling with a dimmer switch that you pointed out earlier. Oh, of course, I should have just kept my photos washed out instead of trying to make your cafe look better. My mistake. He tries to turn the knob back, but the lights don't stop flickering. Oh. Alexandra, I've got bigger things to worry about than photographs right now. Could you leave me in peace for just a moment? And don't call me Freddy ever again. Bigger things? What bigger things, Fred? We're all you got. Maybe start acting like it. Oh my god. Grudge, that's not a very smart thing to say, is it? Ah, right. Here it is. Right on cue. A shouting match. And then it's then that Sloan joins you in the main room, dusting her hands clean from Dave's latest packages. Finally. Fred, are you doing alright? Sloan stands still at the side of Grudge and Fred stare down. She gazes into his hollow sockets. What? Wait. As she registers the flickering lights and a sheepish Alexandra near the switch, her face falls. Oh no, the electrics aren't good, Alexandra. Let me deal with that. Alex, with no small amount of embarrassment, watches Sloan open the light switch to attempt some hasty repairs. Her For fuck's sake, would anyone just give me 5 seconds apiece? 5 seconds, that's all I'm asking for. Very reasonable. No. We've got a new hire today. If this is the impression we're giving them, we'll be doing them a disservice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a new hire to attend to, without any more interruptions. As Fred starts to turn around, you scramble for your bag, knowing you have mere milliseconds to execute your plan. How fortunate, then, that you sowed a little more chaos in advance, because it's this precise moment when Grudge chooses to fire his parting shot. I know you're hiding something, Fred. Whoa, whoa. Grudge, what the fuck are you talking about? Jessie looks down at their stack of papers, gloom gathering on their brow. So you're not even going to look at my proposals? If you want to talk, Jezebel, we'll do it later. Just then the lights turn off completely. Oh, wait, no, this is genius. Maybe it is. This is the optimal play. We try to frame everybody. Gotta watch the VOD, I guess. Alright. Why are you not charging your phone? Are you outside? Alright. The lights turn off completely. Whether a result of Alex's meddling or Sloane's attempt to undo it, you aren't going to waste time wondering. You've done enough to distract everyone. You're not going to get a better chance than right now. You reach into your bag, and in an instant, all the light and sound is sucked from the room. The sounds of panic are quickly quelled by the magic now pulsing from your cozy sleep tight blackout blanket. Hello, Ariel! Yes! That's our boss right there. That's our manager. His name is Fred. He's a demon stuck in the form of a cat. Told ya framing everyone was the play. And now we're trying to steal the secret recipe from their vault. Now it's a cat, saying they're a demon for sure. Yeah, I'm out right now. Oh, I see. Stay safe out there, Nil. Even in the silent darkness, you won't have long before everyone gets a sense of their surroundings. But you've been over this plan too many times to fail now. We have donned a blanket that makes everything silent. Step 1, take 3 steps into the kitchen, then 6 to the right. You paw at the door handle and slip into the office, thankful that there wasn't an apron to stop you. Step 2. 1, 2, 3 steps and you feel the cool surface of the safe against your fingers. Are we winning? Step 3. Reach into your bag and give your can of Curse Be Gone a shake. A few sprays on the safe and the wards are already flaking off. God damn. It's that easy. Curse Be Gone spray and it lifts the curse. But there's something else, a sound cutting through the silence, cracking like lightning. Fred's casting a counterspell. You don't have long. Spin the wheel. Heave the safe door open. Feel around until you've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist, and did a decent job of it too. Your shaking outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe before stuffing it into the tiny pocket dimension of your teleportable lunchbox. Registered trademark. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in the cafe and who, if anyone, you should try to pin this on. You exhale, but the sound is too clear. Fred's counterspell is taking hold. Even if you put all your weight into the safe door, you wouldn't have time to close it properly. The best you can do is return as quickly and quietly as you can. As you take careful steps back to the counter, you try your best to control your breathing. Do not let the exhilaration show. It's been so long. But as you take careful steps back to the counter and the darkness finally dissipates, you know you're not safe yet. You've got to find an exit in the ensuing chaos without arousing suspicion. Somehow. Did that cat just go across the screen? As the silent darkness lifts from the cafe, the first thing you see is Fred bounding to the kitchen, crashing through the cat flap into the office. Mori, is everything okay in here? No one's hurt? Okay, I know how this looks. That's the last time I handle the lights. But I don't think blackouts usually... But I don't think blackouts usually come with spontaneous hearing loss. It is possible with light and sound enhancements, these glitches can happen, but it's rare they're as dramatic as that. Jesse, we don't have any enhancements like that. This wasn't planned. Huh. Fred's plot must be even trickier than I thought. Where'd he go anyhow? Before anyone can move, Fred rushes back into the room. Where are you sitting, Fred? Nobody leaves. His eyes crackle gold and chains of light fly across the cafe. The front door, the windows, the back door, no exits are spared. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Understand? And if you aren't going to turn yourself in, I'll just root you out myself. What? I'm sorry, but whatever happened to your business? Whatever just happened is your business. I'm not missing my meeting. I'm sure you have a plan, Frederick, but is it really necessary to trap us inside your lovely cafe? If you wanted us to stay, you didn't have to do that. And what are you accusing us of exactly? Sitting perfectly still while your lights went weird? Fred, what's going on? While the lights were out, someone went into my office and somehow opened the safe. Which means one of the people in this room has stolen our secret recipe. It's as if the whole room flinches. Suddenly, everyone's looking at everyone else, eyes wide-eyed, searching their faces for the slightest trace of an answer. Sloane looks Grudge over with a furrowed brow, although she seems less suspicious and more just sad. More importantly, however, no one seems to regard you for very, very long. But that means... No, this is fine. We can deal with it. It's alright. Well, good luck with that. I'll be on my way. Ha! Good luck getting past my magic. I might only be a familiar, but I promise if you try to leave, you'll regret it. Jesse's eyes flicker across Fred's barrier, prying for any weaknesses in the spellcraft. Frederick, this is utterly absurd. We've all got better things to do than play petty parts in your amateur theatrics. Yeah, and how do you know it's just one thief? What it's a conspiracy of all of us finally getting our revenge. We don't have to act like vigilantes. I'll just call the police and... Enough! This place is sealed and nobody leaves till we find our thief. Thief, singular. Grudge, because if it was any more, you might have actually succeeded. As for the ACPD, Sloane, fine, I'll call them. I'm betting they'll take their sweet taxpayer-funded time getting here, then label this as unsolvable. But I'm not risking anyone making a break for it in the meantime, so we're going to sit here like adults and get our facts straight, understand? Now, did anyone notice anybody acting strange? Anything suspicious at all? Might get this over with faster if you fess up now. The room exchanges uncomfortable glances before someone pipes up. You know what? Let's address this now. Would you mind telling us why you were spying on us in the kitchen, Grudge? He was? Birch frowns at you before replying. Well, clearly, my suspicions were well-founded, weren't they? Not like I overheard nothing important anyhow. I was the one who stopped Alexandra from messing around with the lights. Maybe she short-circuited the electrics by accident? And what? That was a prelude to this? Just a fun little hint? You can't be serious. Mori suggested it, so I thought it'd be fine. No! Yes, I didn't think you wanted to get in with Fred after all the shouting matches we had. You wanted access to the hardest business, metaphorically speaking. You really could have phrased that better, Grudgy. That's got nothing to do with this. I just got the impression that he needed more staff. Hey, if you wanted to steal from Fred, I'd support you. Well, great start everybody. At this rate, we'll have our recipe back within the next 1,000 years. There's no use trusting anyone here, is there? I know how these stories go. You've all got some kind of motive. Jesse, the heir to a powerful family with something to prove. There's always one. I'm not an heir to anything. I'm the youngest of 5. Alexandra, our femme fatale. Although she hasn't killed anyone, probably. If it weren't from you, I'd take that as a compliment. Grudge, the obvious suspect, too obvious even, but I'm not ruling anything out yet. So what? That makes you the hero detective? You don't even have a plucky sidekick, or a hat. Sloane, the one you'd least expect. Oh, that's good, I think. But Fred, you can't really be saying that, Which brings us to our final suspect, Mori. Your breath can't help but flutter as everyone's eyes suddenly turn on you. The red herring. I mean, it obviously wasn't you. You're human, got no magic, worked hard to get this job. Worked hard. I guess I just made up a CV. You're in the clear. I'm clear! The blame is not on me! A cursory glance around the room tells you that not everyone believes him. So that's why they're going to find out who really did this. And everyone's going to be very polite and answer all their questions. What? I'm the detective? Wait, my nemesis is the detective? All the more reason to keep an eye on them. Gotta make sure that justice is carried out. Fred, you know me. You don't seriously think I could have done this, do you? That seems awfully convenient for both Mori and Frederick. But could we just stay calm and not keep shouting all the time? I can't keep spending my time with people who'd waste it on my behalf. Don't try to stop me when I leave. I'm with ya there, Jess, though I wouldn't mind knowing who really did it. Fred, I know you're panicking right now, but we shouldn't do anything rash. These are our customers, and this is Mori's first day. Why would you... Her rising voice is broken by a ringtone. She stops with a flinch, putting a call on speaker. Hey, Dave. Hey, Sloan, got my very last packages out back, but there's these gold chains on the door. Think it's stuck. You okay in there? Yes, I'm fine. We're just dealing with a burglary. I'll give you the details in a second. At the door. Oh, one of those days, huh? Is Mori alright at least? Good question. Or just ask them to interrogate us. First day on the job and I've got detective duty. I guess this wasn't in the job description. Look, I know it's unorthodox, but we all need that recipe. This is our best option for the cafe. For the cafe? I always knew you hated your customers, but this just confirms it. No grudge, just you. Can we please not fight already? Oh my god, he's grumbling. We're not going to solve whatever this is by shouting. Yeah, getting a bit loud over the speaker. Mori, what do you actually want to do? You can't please everyone. I don't know. This is a pretty bad first day. Let's all calm down. We're on the same side. If I'm getting paid either way, I might as well. This is a pretty bad first day. The customers. No, I wanted to be on... I wanted to be on Fred's good side. You don't think anyone here besides Sloan appreciated the reminder? Wait, what about the other choices? I would still stick with this. Exactly. No one wanted things to turn out this way. We'll all agree on that, but we can still make it better. Hey, when I told you to have a good first day, did I jinx it? My bad. Look, we're doing this or not, Mori. No matter how strange Fred's idea might be, it could put you in a better position until you can make your getaway. Time to lean on the scapegoat part of your plan. As Fred starts bounding into the kitchen, you shrug and go along with him. Sloan finishes her call with Dave before following with heavy footsteps. Silence takes the space you leave behind. You want to talk about any of that? Just relax for a minute, Sloan. I'm gonna check for clues in my office. Mori, join me in a minute. Clues? I didn't hire a detective, but here we are. If there's anything I can do to help, please just ask. He's just there! Out the window! Oh, me too. Not sure if there's much I can offer besides moral support, but, you know, thought I'd say. Can't leave till the delivery's done is all. Well, this is your last delivery, I guess. Thanks, Dave. I think we could use the support while this gets sorted. Well, it'll get awkward if I'm just looking in, won't it? I'll leave you be, then. Anything you need, just shout into the alley. Best not to keep Fred waiting. Maybe you'll be able to reason with him. Calm him down a bit. I think you could use that right now. Outgoing call. Asshole. You oblige her and enter the office, finding Fred in the middle of a phone call. Yeah, a theft. Lock down the whole building. Makes your job a whole lot easier, doesn't it? A locker room scenario is a little intriguing, I suppose. It's a cop. The person on the phone, you know that voice. Thin and sharp as wire, digging into you just as deep, but where? But if it isn't urgent, that's not what I said, N. You're not exactly getting picked off one by one. I'll be happy to be there at the earliest convenience. Our department is very busy otherwise. You'll solve it by yourself, really. You shouldn't expect miracles, we're just mortal, you know? Oh, excuse me, mostly mortal. A self-satisfied laugh crackles through the receiver. It bounces off the back of your skull, ringing like tinnitus. If you show your face in my business, I'll see you later, familiar. Bah, why'd I expect anything else? After dialing all those tiny keys, too. Fred! Ah, Mori, here already. As you probably heard, the ACPD is taking its sweet time, big surprise. If we don't need him, we'll do the real work. Plan is, you find our prime suspect before the ponies get here and mess everything up. You can do that, right? It's 1 in 4 logical deduction. Fred sneaks a not-so-subtle glance at your CV across the desk. Should be easy for a cerebral underdog like yourself. I'm used to being a bit of an underdog myself. Although I'm told the term doesn't work well for someone who's cat-shaped. We love you, Fred. Oh, and you like destroying your enemies? That's exactly what we want. Destroying our foes is one of the Familiar's core values. Right. Let's put those soft skills of yours to use. to use. Imagine I'm one of the suspects. What would you ask me? You have the recipe? I'll say something. You did it, didn't you? Just if you admit now, we promise we won't be mad. Hey, do you have the recipe? If it was that easy, we wouldn't need detectives. It's not like... He stops to breathe out as much tension as he can manage. What we need is evidence. Eyewitness accounts, motives, that sort of stuff. Stuff like, what were you doing when the lights went out? Or, how do you feel about the familiar? Or, what's your relationship with Fred? You know. If that's what he wants while you're trapped here, that's exactly what he'll get. Actually, take this spare notepad. Write down anything suspicious you come across. I want no stone left unturned. How long is this demo? We're going into investigation? Click the notebook on the bottom right corner to see an overview of all gathered evidence and character stats. If you find us a prime suspect with a convincing case, I mean something thoroughly investigated, we can put things back to normal. Things are gonna get complicated once he shows up too, so I'd appreciate having someone on my side when that happens. Aww. I think that leaves us with... Gods, until closing time at least, before the police can finally make it to the... What the hell kind of police do you have in this city? What do you mean? It'll take until 5 a.m. At 5 p.m. to get the police here. Countdown clock. Your clock will keep track of how long you have until the investigation ends. Most lines of inquiry will cost you time, so use it wisely. Let's find you a base of operations. I'd offer my office, of course, but I need to conduct my own investigation here. Where to put you? Fred hops off the desk, reluctantly dragging his phone along inside his clenched maw. Bathrooms, cold storage. No, not great for health and safety. Oh, what about the counter? You'd be there anyway, and it gives you a great view of... Fred's gaze catches the open sign, still lit at the cafe window. He sighs and bounds across the room to correct its message. That's a phone with a keyboard! As he does, you notice his phone left forgotten on the countertop for a few crucial moments. I don't want to take Fred's phone. The phone remains untouched until you heard Fred's paws padding towards you. Aww! Sorry about that, Mori. Don't want any prospective customers banging on locked doors. Instead, we've got a whole day of business lost thanks to this fiasco and... Never mind. That should be everything you need for the investigation. Ask questions, find solid motives. Simple in theory. I know how this sounds. It's a dumb idea, but it's the best I've got right now. And if we don't do something, this place is going under. All our livelihoods are at stake here, so get out there and catch us a thief. Please. Oh no! I feel so bad! I didn't want to steal this recipe. That's the MC. Mori Motchi, not Mori Motchi. Mori Motchi, do not want to steal your recipe, good sir. With his piece said, Fred cast a surprised glance to his phone before dragging it back with him to his office. Hunkered down behind the counter, you take a moment to reflect. Oh, that's all our stuff. Your plan went off without a hitch until it didn't. But the boss doesn't suspect you, at least not yet. If a real detective from the ACPD is coming, no doubt they'll find that you're the thief. That is, unless you have a convincing scapegoat. With evidence of a motive and the others on your side, you might be able to clock off at the end of the day without handcuffs. Until that happens, Fred's magic will keep you trapped here. So with that, your investigation begins, not to find who did it, but to find the perfect person to blame. Use your map to talk to characters, listen in to conversations, and quickly review evidence progress. That far into the game? Oh my god. Let's check on Grudge. Route unavailable in demo. Route unavailable in demo. Oh! Oh, what were you doing when the lights went out? They don't suspect me. Dave. We can't really interrogate him. He's outside. You can't even go inside. Let's frame. Can't really ask Jesse anything. Oh, there's only one. There's only so much you can do. Okay. Interrogate Grudge. When you approach Grudge, his eye sockets, once unfocused and deep in thought, turn to you instead. Well, if it isn't Mori, I knew you'd seek me out first. I've been thinking about what your boss said, trying to narrow down who the suspect could be. Not that I have anything you could really use for an accusation or nothing, but you gotta start somewhere, right? Good ideas are like coffee, they won't need time to brew. You're overstepping, Grudge. This is my investigation. I feel bad. Right, sure. You're the barista and the detective. No need to rub it in. Especially when I was only trying to help you out, instead of just being quiet. You know, for all my big talk about being your nemesis on account of the barista thing, I don't think anything on my application would have qualified me for the detective part of the job. I don't think I've ever been qualified for anything. I thought everyone was faking it till they made it. Keep your expectations low, you'll never disappoint yourself. If you keep your expectations low, you'll never disappoint yourself. And here I thought they couldn't get much lower, but hey, if that worked for you, maybe I gotta dive a bit deeper. I guess I got something to learn from you after all. If only I could get a sneak at your resume for inspiration. But how would I even go about stealing it? You could just ask for one. You could just ask for my resume, you know? Look, I've got some personal experience with this kind of scenario. In the novel, in my experience, usually the detective's first instinct is something they should follow up on. Which is why I wish I had a first instinct to go off of, but my crime senses haven't exactly been tingling today. Let me just think if there's anything else that springs to mind. Nah, I'm fresh out of insights on the case for now, Mori. Neutral. He's suspicious of Sloane? Or Sloane is suspicious of, Sloane is suspicious of Grudge. Okay. Nah, I'm fresh out of insights on the case for now, Mori. Alright, time for you to do your worst and hit me with some questions, detective. We only got this one. How do you feel about the familiar? Grudge slowly grinds his jaw as if tasting your question. Folk might call this place bare bones, but take it from me, nowhere does coffee like the familiar. And that's the most important part. Every cup's brewed to perfection. Even the ones I had today was great. And you're a new hire. It's so good, not even my greatest enemy could sabotage it. Shame I didn't get your job. Been drinking the stuff for ages now. I could have proven I know how to replicate it. Just the latest in a long line of missed opportunities. You'll get another chance to prove yourself. Easy for the winner to say, ain't it? The coffee was bitter enough already without the aftertaste of failure. How are you right now? Discontent. Alright. Drudge suspects you to make a better nemesis than a rival. Fred doesn't suspect you, but not because he trusts you. Sloane feels duty-bound to look out for her new co-worker. She smiles at you like she smiles at everyone, with one eye on her phone. My coffee was bitter enough. Well, I wouldn't say I taste the coffee. Well, when I drink it, my chest starts pounding real hard. I breathe deeper, like I feel more. That makes sense. It's the caffeine, guy. It's the caffeine, my guy. Only the familiar makes it like that, as far as I know. Even your first cup had a pretty strong effect. A little weird, yeah, but I ain't complaining. Huh. So, we basically have an AoE caffeine spell? Is that it? Increase suspicion on Sloane or Fred. Must be Sloane's magical touch. Maybe Fred's enchanted it to be super addictive. Oh, but he would do that, wouldn't he? Although I'm pretty sure it's just me who gets those weird feelings, but he would. If I had to guess, the recipe's so magic that its power's been rubbing off on me, one coffee at a time. With a few more cups, I'll be singing lightning from my fingertips. No wonder Fred wants it so bad. Hell, I do too. Otherwise, the best coffee in Artifice might be nothing but a distant memory. And I'll be left a decaffeinated husk. No! I ought to save the last drops of magic while I can then. I'll have to do without it if this place goes under. What an odd thread in the tapestry of this case. Our thief ain't just stealing coffee, but the magic that makes it shine. How utterly nefarious. Sounds like Judge is the only customer affected by the coffee's magic. Huh. But if he gets some unique upside from it, you might be able to spin that into a motive. Evidence unlocked. Alright, that's it. Was that it? I see you around, I guess. We don't have access to the other interrogations. Some characters will talk to each other while you investigate. You can listen to their conversations or wait for them to finish. Neither of which will cost you any time. Oh! Let's listen in. You notice Fred and Sloane talking and decide to listen in. Sloane, please. I'm doing a sweep of my office. I don't have time for... You can look for your clues after we talk, Fred. Please, I can't just pretend everything is normal out there. Maybe it's not normal right now, but after Mori's done some more investigating... That's what I'm talking about, the investigating. You just decided that, on your own, out of nowhere. I didn't even get a say. I thought you were just caught up in the moment back there, but... You're serious? Putting Mori up to this on their first day? Maybe it would make more sense if it was me and them. An investigation team to share their workload. Look, Sloan, I have to cover all my bases here. It's not personal. I know. Sorry. I was being a bother, wasn't I? Just ignore me. Sloan, I didn't... Aww. You know, I do have some inventory to do in the kitchen. I think keeping busy will do my head some good. Just put a little trust in the plan. We'll talk properly when this is all sorted, alright? I promise. Of course we will. Oh. Why can we interrogate Dave? You set your sights on Alexandra, ensconced in her corner and somehow wholly focused on taking selfies. It breaks my heart. No, too much. I'm terribly upset. It saddens me to say. That's too detached. Surely there must be an easier way to sound sincere, yet appropriately distraught. Oh, Mori. Finally my turn for questioning? Or maybe you're here for a social reprieve with some excellent company. You know, as a public figure, it's very important to me to set a good example to my followers, so you can count on my full cooperation today. Not that I have much to offer, I'm just the influencer stuck trying to make content out of the world's worst escape room. And trying to make sure the internet doesn't frame me as the villain in the process. Nothing a few very carefully worded posts can't handle. Sounds like hard work to win over that many people. Well, yes. Right. Huh? Sure. Well, yes, the internet as a whole is a lot of people, but a curated following, if you're careful enough, you can retain their adoration through any storm. It's the separation, I think. The screen between you makes it easier than winning over someone you see at a 9 to 5 with the bonus of image filters. Are you worried too, Mori? Being caught up in a crime might not look good on your digital footprint either. People can think whatever they like about me. I'm not bothered. I don't think I want to be anyone's villain either. I'm not like you, nobody spares me a second. Oh. I don't think I want to be anyone's villain either. Oh. I'd say something reassuring if only I wasn't of a similar mind. So instead, I'll say, we potential villains just do what we can. Sorry, I feel like I got us off track from your investigation. Though, before we dive in, I do want to make one thing clear. That suggestion with the lights, not very helpful, and I really didn't appreciate the fallout. Hope we're on the same page, Mori. You can ask me any question you like. What kind of magic is in the familiar's coffee? Darling, I'm probably the least magical person here. What am I? What am I? Chopped liver? I know that's a bit rich coming from a siren, but well, follow Alexandra's eyes as they drift down to her tail. It's been years since I've been able to shapeshift. A damn shame too, they were good legs. Not that I need any magic to tell that the familiar put a spell on its coffee, even if the end result tastes perfectly average, no offense of course. To think Fred would imprison us for something so ordinary. But maybe the mediocrity is the point. It's his mediocrity after all. Why is Grudge such a fan of average coffee? That is a mystery, Mori. I try not to question his rationale, but you're right. That's one of the most average things about him. You ask me, the spell's not doing the coffee any favors. Not that I'd know, unmagical as I am. Yet you still thought to ask me about it. Alexander's full of great opinions, naturally, but for this, you might want someone involved in the making of the coffee instead of the rating of it. Alright. I think that's enough. Yeah, let's question someone else. Her phone is already unlocked in her palm. Enjoy your investigation, Mori. So we can interrogate her. We can interrogate Sloane. Let's talk to Sloane. Sloane looks deep in thought as you approach, one hand patting Adam's head, the other wringing the edge of her apron. Oh, there you are, Mori. I'm glad you're here. I imagine it hasn't been easy doing all this detective stuff for Fred. On your first day of all things. Don't hold it against him, of course. He means well, I think. Not that it stops this whole situation from being so horribly stressful and inconvenient. Though, of course, I respect his decision. I don't want you getting the wrong idea. You have the right to be upset, Sloane. I won't lie, it's nice to hear someone say it. Though I know better than to linger on all these thoughts. More than the decision to have an investigation, I'm bothered by the fact that I'm not out there alongside you. You're my new hire. I just can't understand why he doesn't trust me after all these years of working together. Instead, I'm just the one you'd least expect. How am I meant to interpret that? I've never had someone's trust to lose. Trust is a temporary affordance in all relationships. I'm not sure anyone really trusts each other. I don't believe that. I'm sure people do trust. However, this first one makes us sound really sad and pathetic. Oh, this one too. Temporary affordance. It's not temporary. I'd say it's a very fragile thing that you need to take care of in all relationships. It's not exactly temporary where it's like limited. It's something you work on to maintain its strength. But sure, let's do this. You don't think I ever had his trust in the first place? I'd rather not believe that. Sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Me and Fred had a chat and... Sorry, this isn't professional at all. Ignore that. I feel like it's getting hard to trust what people say. I don't really suspect anyone here, not enough to accuse them of being a criminal. But it's inevitable in this environment that there'll eventually be some finger pointing. I just hope no one ends up hurt in the process. You already suspect Grudge, so... Whatever worries she had falling away and replaced with a weak smile. Why don't you hit me with some of your questions, Mori? I can't really ask you because we're locked, but what kind of magic is in the familiar's coffee? The difficult to work with sort. Sorry to say, that recipe fills our coffee with excess mana and an acrid aftertaste in exchange for nothing, as far as I can tell. It's an interesting challenge, almost. Figuring out which ingredients will complement that bitterness. But it doesn't leave plain coffee It does leave plain coffee a wee bit lacking. The only person who's ever seemed to like it black is a Grudge. He's ordered it every time and always said nice things. There's always that one in a million, I suppose. Sounds like a lot of mana for one person. So it is, and as far as I know, Grudge is no wizard. Raw magic power would be tricky for anyone to wield, let alone him. Sloane pauses, her brows... hold on. her brows sporting wrinkles of concern. You know, Grudge does really like that coffee more than he ought to be. More than he ought to be quite honest. It's probably the mana he needs more than the caffeine. And given his magical circumstances, that mana must be fueling the spell that keeps him animated. That's a wee bit concerning. Might mean he's not getting enough elsewhere. Yeah! Then he needs a wizard, not a chef. You're right. There's only so much I can do from behind the counter. Just hope it's helping. Emotionally, if not magically. All this necromancy stuff is beyond me. I've got no clue how Grudge was even brought back to life. No business speculating about something so sensitive. Sorry, you asked about coffee and I started rambling, didn't I? There's your answer. It got whatever magic Grudge wants the most, at least when it's taken black. Even if it's not my finest work, I'm glad it's his favorite. Aww. What if he stole the recipes for even more? Could work, but you need more detail on how exactly he came from the dead to begin with. Evidence unlocked. Alright. Let's see. Grudge adores the familiar's coffee strangely. He doesn't know why. Okay. More suspicion. Alright. Let's talk to... You jot down some more notes. Lone fidgets before a few more words uncomfortably escape her. And we're on the subject. I do have a couple concerns about Grudge and the coffee. Would be relevant to what Fred's asked you to do. Go on. Sloane bristles with obvious discomfort. Don't you think continuing to serve him when we don't know what our coffee's really doing could be, I don't know, dangerous, if not irresponsible at the very least? More than being liable for what happens to him, I'm just worried. Grudge is a vulnerable person. We shouldn't be taking his safety for granted. Just because Grudge seems happy and okay with whatever his situation is doesn't mean there isn't more I can do. There's always something. You're not the only one looking out for him. He isn't all alone now, is he? There's Jesse, Alexandra, Fred. Well, in his own way. Now you too. I don't know if that's enough, but it's a start. He isn't alone. I can't be the only one who's worried about him. Just hope Grudge can get the help he needs, and that we can be a part of it. Not sure how we'll find that out, but we can keep trying, can't we? Don't worry, we'll get through this together. Alright. Next up, let's interrogate Jesse. You turn to Jesse, who stands face first in a thick tome and mumbling loudly under their breath. So if I have enough energy stockpiled by a half hour before, I should be able to fill the mana well with a capacity that could disrupt the spell core just enough. Mori, I didn't notice you coming over, sorry. I'm just figuring out how to, well... I'm going to disrupt the spells keeping us inside, then I'm leaving. Not right now, but I'm building up the energy to do so as soon as possible. Very impressive. I look forward to seeing you in action. Thank you. I'm pretty confident it'll be a success, but still, maybe don't stand too close. Just really need to get out of here. I know I mentioned my meeting earlier, but it's a certified big deal. If I miss my chance to present to the board, I'll have to pass up an opportunity of a lifetime. Their shoulders slump, whatever enthusiasm they had for their spellcasting ploy dissipating in the face of reality. This is so frustrating. I had the day planned out to a T. Spent my whole week being anxious about it. Then the day rolls around and it's all just out of my hands. Now I'm left wondering if I did something wrong. If I should have planned better. If trying to treat myself to a hot chocolate this morning was the most colossal mistake of my life. I think so, yeah. The world will always get in the way. That's why I stopped trying. Maybe agency is an illusion of choice. When you take your eyes off the prize, you risk losing it. Maybe agency is an illusion. Oh, like predeterminism? I wish I could understand why that could be comforting. It also sounds like an excuse. After all, even if you eschew responsibility, you still have to live with the consequences of your actions. I'd prefer to think we make choices, and that those choices matter. Choices matter. Choose wisely, even if it's only in small ways. Honestly, Mori, I think my nerves are doubly on edge from the way everyone looked at me earlier. Like they thought I could have done it. That grudge thought I could have done it. Not that I was the only one. It's just frustrating when I know it wasn't me. We're getting off track, aren't we? I don't know where my mind's at with this whole crazy scenario. I'm just going to sip my hot chocolate, shore up some energy, and answer what questions I can while I'm still here, okay? So ask away. How did Grudge come back to life? Oh, I mean, I've been curious about that before. I even asked Grudge about his reanimation. It was a difficult conversation I'd rather not repeat. But it's better for you to know than not. People shouldn't make assumptions about him unnecessarily. Grudge was part of something called the Restoration Program. Barely a trace of it remained when I went looking, but it seemed like an experimental necromantic procedure. So experimental that Grudge's animating spell was left unfinished. Most undead retained their bodies and memories, but he was an entirely new person. Not what they wanted. As far as I can tell, the necromancers buried any evidence of the restoration and left Grudge without enough magic to finish his animation. You don't need me to tell you why that's bad. He needs powerful magic to make up the difference. Exactly, and there aren't many places he could source that from without connections or criminal actions. I've taken him to different doctors, but his issues are unique. The best I can do is to make sure he is doing things to give him energy. Going for walks, coming here for coffee, getting... His recipe imbues all the coffee with magic, doesn't it? George always said it made him feel better. It must be giving him some of the raw mana he needs. No wonder he loves it. Ooh. Strengthening the spell that keeps him alive with black coffee. Necromancy is fascinating, isn't it? We've got to see what effects it have on the other undead. We've got to see what effects it have on other undead, just to check if it actually works. We could try different blends. Why don't you try the coffee? You'd get a quick answer. Coffee on its own? I'll pass. Besides, vampirism has very little in common with that sort of magic. It wouldn't be any help. We need to know more. We can't finish those awful We can finish what those awful necromancers didn't. Find a treatment that works, a dosage that'll make him feel better. I need to tell him. I'm sure he'll be happy to learn his favorite coffee is giving him life. Not just metaphorically. The coffee helps Grudge feel alive. Surely the recipe could give him that and then some. Stealing it would only make it easier to connect to his past life. There it is. Jesse considers you. Was there a relevant reason why you wanted to know this, or were you just curious about a sensitive topic? I thought it was important to knowing Grudge. But it's no more important than any other part of him. Most people can't seem to look past his skeletal exterior. They forget he's a person, like the necromancers did. All this really explains is why he takes his coffee black. Some part of the spell is pushing him towards it, like it wants him to. It wants him to come back. But it's not him that come back, is it? Normally there's not such a big gap between being alive and undead. But this other person starts to return. If this other person starts to return, I don't want to think about what happened to Grudge. Aww. We'll make sure there's always a place for Grudge Knuckles. And finally be complete. Receptive. Neutral. Discontent. Neutral. Alright, we'll be an ally. Yeah, I don't care if no one's lived the way he has before, or if one's even been a person like him before. Grudge Knuckles has to stay. If I can't help him with that, then how can I call myself his friend? There has to be a way. Whatever he's going through, he won't have to deal with it alone this time. As their conversation draws to a close, Jessie glances at their phone. A sharp intake of breath quickly follows. Look at the time, I need to get moving before I'm really late for this meeting. Thanks for the encouragement earlier, by the way. I'll make sure to take this barrier down with extra sparkle just for you. Be sure to stand back. Oh! Jessie turns with a determined set to their shoulders, marching to the front of the cafe. Their feet planted firmly, they stare down the magically sealed door. You got this, Jessie. You got this. She shakes her head and starts to approach. Alexandra? Jess, I don't like that look. I don't like the look of that stance you're holding. Tell me you aren't going to do something stupid. Grudge slinks over, attention drawn by the small cluster you've formed. I don't think I'm doing something stupid, quite the opposite. I'm going to break the barrier keeping us trapped in here. Hell yeah, put that vampire magic to good use, Jess. Bust us out. Could you two stop saying such incriminating phrases, please? You're right, less talking, more casting. As soon as Jessie calls their magic forth, the air pressure fluctuates in an awkward rhythm. The light flickers overhead. Oh no. Heavy footsteps quickly puncture the bubble you four had formed as Sloane rushes from the kitchen. What's happening out here? Is everyone alright? Jessie, what are you doing? Before they can formulate a reply, a streak of black fur races past you. Your boss leaps into the table, claws out in a snarl on his maw. Somebody explain what the hell is happening right now? What the hell is happening right now? Oh, for... How many times do I have to explain this? How many times do I have to explain this? I'm breaking the barrier enchantment and leaving this cafe. Jessie, I understand you're feeling a little distressed right now, but that sounds dangerous. Let's just talk this out, please. Talk it out? They're already mid-spell. Casting on premises is a bannable offense. And keeping your customers trapped inside your cafe isn't a legal offense? Ha! Then I'll see you in court right after I counterspell your petulant attempt to damage my property. Oh my god. The cat is casting magic. Your boss starts casting a spell in retaliation. His anger quickly lost to pure focus. The room, caught between the two casters, pulses between an eerie red and yellow glow. Don't listen to them, Jess. Destroy those wards. Jessie! Jessie! Just want it to be known that I do not endorse the actions of my fellow customers in the slightest. I really think if we just calm down and talk... Dave? Dave, no! At the front door, Dave peers sightlessly into the cafe, his face pressed against the glass. Hey guys, Dave here. What's going on in there? It's hard to see with all the glowing. Great, no need to worry. Dave is here. I think I've almost got it. I see the spell core. Oh no, you don't. Fred's eyes pinch in concentration as he throws his all into combating Jessie's spell. Dave, you need to get away from that door. What? I can't hear you guys over this humming sound. And everything goes silent. Like a taut string severed, the barrier meets its untimely demise, unleashing the last of its magic through every soul in the room. Well, shit. I actually did it? Slowly, then all at once, the white fades from your vision and the aftermath of the magical onslaught comes onto view. Everyone seems to stand deathly still, caught between awe and shock at the empty hum that resonates through the air. Everyone, that is, except Jessie. I did it! I did it! I did it! Though their breath is short and their movements lethargic, Jessie's eyes are bright and hopeful. They stumble back on their table, reaching for their bag. You really did it, Jess. You really are so unbelievable. You... This is... so much for your counterspell, Fred. That is it! You're going on the band board, Hendrix, and your skeleton friend too. Fred, calm down, please. A familiar, long-absent jingle rings through the room, the sound of a new customer entering your ranks. It's Dave! Dave steps tentatively into the cafe, his precious box propped outside as he opens the door. Well, how about that? Looks like I can finally make my delivery. A shiver passes through you, skittering up your arms and landing uncomfortably on the tip of your tongue. Another surge of magic rushing back to the barrier it had been excised from. The door starts to swing shut behind Dave. No! Jessie lunges across the cafe, their bag thrown hastily over their shoulder and desperation in their eyes. Their fingers reach out and graze the handle of the door as it finally closes, and the magic barrier they had worked so hard to dispel slams stubbornly back into place. Sorry, should have held that for you. Let me just... Dave tugs on the door. It does not open. Oh, that's weird. It's not opening. Probably should have put my package down outside. Probably shouldn't have put my package down outside. Wait, you're not telling me we're trapped inside again? Ha! What was that about my counterspell? I'm still here. My meeting. I can't. Why don't we have a calm discussion about what just happened? We'll start with Jessie. Please talk us through why you did what you did. Would you... I needed to leave. I have to get my meeting with the board. Do you understand how many months in advance I had to book this in? Meeting? You mean you had to convert a location? You had to get to a convert... I can't read. You mean you had to get to a covert location to hand off my recipe? No! Sloan knows what I'm talking about. And Mori too. They believed me earlier. They even encouraged me. Why am I being suspicious? Why am I being suspected? God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. This is bad. I need to be more careful. Fred, I do remember them mentioning it this morning. Not that it justifies dangerous spellcraft. Come on, even if they didn't have a meeting, no one actually wants to be stuck in here. Why is it a crime to want to leave? I would if I could. That doesn't mean making a spectacle is the right way to go about any of this. Well, Mori, what do you make of the situation? Regardless of guilt, what Jessie did could have been dangerous. What? Why? This is a health and safety nightmare. Why? Okay. If the heart is different... If I pick this, I bolster up Grudge's thing, right? I I'm going to make Sloan my one and only ally. Exactly, this is a health and safety nightmare first and foremost. What if a fire had broken out? We literally don't have a fire exit right now. Hey, at least no one did get hurt, right? Silver linings. Look, regardless of how you feel about the context, you can't deny that the strike against the young this is a strike against the young Hendrix heir. I told you already, I'm the youngest of 5 siblings. In spite of their differing opinions, you see the weight of uncertainty settle on everyone else in the cafe. Alright, while we're here, does anyone have anything suspicious they'd like to bring up? Fred's gaze makes its way around each individual in the room, but no one steps forward. Great, good to know we're all making an effort to clear up this mystery. Well, Mori, do you have anything to add? Anyone here you think is our prime suspect? You're my prime suspect, boss. I have a feeling about Grudge. Well, don't we all? Just what a nemesis would say. I've had enough of this whole back and forth. Now what I think, and I know we'll have our criminal caught before the damn cops enter the scene. You won't escape. The tense air of the cafe is cut through by the sharp ringing of a phone in the distance. Your boss's posture perks up. That's the asshole on the line. Sloan, can you get my phone? Oh, sure. I can carry it in for you. Sloan leads into the kitchen. Dave turns to the group. His smile is wide, his eyes untroubled. Ah, Dave. Well, this seems as good a time as any to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Dave. I usually deliver stuff to the familiar 1 or 2 times a week. Lovely to meet you, Dave. Sup? Gods, is this what front-facing service feels like? How insufferable. Everyone's suspicious. We need more suspicion on Grudge. Fred, here's your phone. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to answer the caller. Saved by the ringtone, but the old bastard put the old bastard on speaker, Sloan. Finally picking up, familiar? And here I was about to take your silence as a sign to put my feet up. Don't you do enough of that already? Why are you calling then? Don't tell me you're gonna do your job. You'll be happy to hear the calls you logged were heard loud and clear by the department chief. You'll be getting there a bit sooner than estimated, but not too soon, mind. Hopefully enough to give the phone lines a break. The sooner the cops get here, the less time you have to gather evidence. Time to adapt. So take it for all the good you'll do when you get here. See you soon, familiar. Even with his small victory, your boss looks wholly unsatisfied. Alright, that's enough spectacle for the morning. Everyone, scatter. Fred, shouldn't we talk more about what happened? Ha! Talk. I don't have time to hear more weak arguments. I want evidence, and Mori will deliver. If they want to keep their job, that is. Is this a threat? Holy moly. Sloan opens her mouth as if ready to make one last argument, but the words fade along with any lingering determination. Looking out at the customers, you see that that sentiment echoed, a resignation etched into the lines of their faces. They know they're stuck here, and they know there's only one way out. Find the culprit. You've resigned yourself to. After all, there's really nothing you can do, but being powerless is a familiar feeling. What are you all still doing here? Scatter! You see Grudge throw a torn glance in your direction. Me, the prime suspect? Well, I guess I make a good red herring. You make your way back to your small reprieve in the chaotic store. Your bag sits there, at all the evidence they'd need to put you away inside. You need someone else to blame. I will be free. This doesn't feel right. I don't want to hurt them. I will be free. You didn't work this hard and go through this much just to fail now. No matter what happens, you will find your scapegoat in reach for what you want, what you need. No matter, your scapegoats are scattered again, a thick cord of tension tying them together. If you pull on that strand, it might all start to come apart. Just like you planned, just like you wanted. Right? Ah! That's it for the demo. Oh man, at the most crucial moment. Alright. Ah, dang. I didn't get it? Oh. Alright. Somehow I missed that. Why is it an X? Alright. And I am getting sleepy, so that's a perfect time to end this. That's the demo to spill the beans. Oh man, the interrogation phase is actually really what's it called? The interrogation phase is really interesting, I think. Well, it's more than just interesting. It has a lot of things that could go through, and a lot of ways where you can plan on framing people. And it's interesting because there's this part where you fail. Is it a fail state? A fail indicator? So you have to figure out what the right things to say are, so that you could actually convince people that the person is the culprit. So I'm looking forward to actually going through the entire quote-unquote investigation and finally frame somebody. Yeah. Also, I'm really interested in listening in on the conversations between people, because we saw a conversation between Sloan and Fred in his office, and that was really cool. I got to get a better glimpse at their dynamic as well. Also, there's lore between these two. I want to learn more. It's very interesting. And we learned a lot about Grudge as well as we investigated. So hopefully we will learn a lot more about these other characters as well. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it for Spill the Beans. We hope to see you again soon to conclude the investigation. Wow! Alright. Question, can you stand up? Sorry, this is the only point I can show you. I don't have legs. This is my entire outfit. This is I have overalls. I don't think I have a toggle set up where I can take off the cardigan. I don't know. Oh, I became blue. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah. That my cardigan toggle is missing, so that's not going to get off. Yeah. That is Spill the Beans by Skeletal Games. I am looking forward to playing the full game for this because I loved the characters. They're so endearing. I wanted to know more. I wanted to learn more about them. And also, I felt bad. I felt really bad about trying to frame them. Like, damn, these are some really fun, nice characters to be around. I want to know more about them. I wanted to be their friend. But why do I have to frame them? What makes that secret recipe so valuable that I need a scapegoat? But yeah. That is Spill the Beans. If you would like to check out the demo for yourself, try and read through some of the extra dialogue that I didn't get to go through, like interrogating Alexandra on that one question, as well as asking Dave his interrogation questions. We never got to ask Fred as well in his office. So yeah, you can use the link in the pinned chat message in the chat box to go through to the Steam page where you can get to download the free-to-play demo. This demo is available for everyone to play and try it out, see how the game works. The investigation is really pretty exciting. I'd love to be able to craft our crime framing investigation. You can also use !play in the chat to get a link to the Steam page. Make sure to wishlist it so the devs know that you're looking forward to the game as well. And get notified when they release the full version. But yeah, thank you again to Skeletal Games for reaching out and letting me play their game on stream. Yeah. And that is it for my streams showcasing games participating in the Choose Wisely Festival. There is still a lot of games participating in this Steam Festival that is hosted by Studio Epwa, and I have gotten like so many new titles put into my wish list. My wish list increased by at least 10 games. God damn it, that's the last game. Yeah, I don't have any more time to play more games from the festival. I have to give myself a break tomorrow, and then I have something to do on Sunday. And also, it's almost 1 a.m. for me. Ariel! I'm glad I got to play this though. I love Frederick. I love him. I love Frederick. Can we get a photo of Fred on the game? No, there's no like gallery yet. I hope they add CG or like a gallery to see the CG, because there are like scenes like the one in where Jesse was trying to open the door, as well as the one where Frederick was basically putting his suspicions on the candidates. But yeah, Great work for this week, Mori. You did really, really well. Really? Thank you. There's a reason why I don't stream every day. I am on the verge of crashing out. I haven't been able to read properly. Okay, time for some well-deserved rest, I guess. Tomorrow is a rest day. Sunday, I have something to do offline. And then on Monday, there will be a recap, weekend review type stream as for the final day of the festival, where I will be doing an art stream drawing fan art of the games that I have played on stream for this week. But yeah. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Bye guys. Thank you everyone for dropping by. It was fun. And I am kind of sleepy. Bye bye. Take care. Oh, Salmon. Bye. You've been lurking? Alright. Rest well, thank you. You guys too. Have a good weekend. Happy Friday. Is it? Oh no, it's already Saturday. It's already almost 1 a.m. Saturday. Okay. Bye guys. Bye.